Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, we're going to be discussing a hadith that is actually talking about a balance and how we balance our different needs and our different responsibilities within life. So this hadith is actually narrated by Al-Bukhari, as you could see right there. And here, the reference that they had used is Riyadh al-Salihin, but it originally is from Al-Bukhari. So the hadith actually goes as follows. I'm going to go to this page because it's easier for those that don't read Arabic to see as we have the tashkil on it. So it says, آخى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بين سلمان وأبي الدرداء. فزار سلمان أبا الدرداء فرأى أم الدرداء متبذلة فقال: ما شأنك متبذلة؟ قالت: إن أخاك أبا الدرداء ليس له حاجة في الدنيا. قال: فلما جاء أبو الدرداء قرب إليه طعاما فقال: كل فإني صائم. قال: ما أنا بآكل حتى تأكل. قال: فأل. فلما كان الليل ذهب أبو الدرداء ليقوم فقال له سلمان: نم. فنام. ثم ذهب يقوم فقال له: نم. فنام. فلما كان عند الصبح قال له سلمان: قم الآن. فقاما فصليا. فقال: إن لنفسك عليك حقا، ولربك عليك حقا، ولضيفك عليك حقا، وإن لأهلك عليك حقا، فأعطي كل ذي حق حقه. فأتيا النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم فذكرا ذلك فقال له: صدق سلمان. Now, if we would actually translate the hadith, a very good translation, I'm going to use some of that translation and probably word it differently for another one. The Prophet ﷺ made a bond, and the bond of brotherhood was actually something that the Prophet ﷺ did between some of the Sahaba that were the immigrants from Mecca and later that migrated to Medina. So in order to create a bond, they needed some financial support from one another and even family support and so forth. So the Prophet ﷺ created a brotherhood bond between Salman and Abu Darda. And Salman paid a visit to Abu Darda and found Darda, which is his wife, dressed in shabby clothes, and asked her why she was in that state. She replied, "Your brother Abu Darda is not interested in the luxuries of this world." In other words, she wasn't really dressed up. In the meantime, Abu Darda came in and prepared a meal for Salman. Salman requested Abu Darda to eat with him, but Abu Darda said, "I'm fasting." Salman said, "I'm not going to eat unless you eat." So Abu Darda ate with Salman. When it was night, a part of the night passed. Abu Darda got up to offer the night prayer, but Salman asked him to sleep, and Abu Darda slept. After some time, Abu Darda again got up, but Salman asked him to sleep. When it was the last hours of the night, Salman asked him to get up, and both of them offered the Tahajjud prayer. Beautiful. They're doing it together now. Then Salman told Abu Darda, now this is the quote that the Prophet ﷺ actually confirmed that he was actually right on this. Salman said to Abu Darda, "You owe a duty to your Rabb." Your Rabb means you owe a duty to your Lord, meaning you owe a duty to your spirituality, to your religiosity. You owe a duty to your body. You owe a duty to your family. So you should give to everyone his due. Abu Darda came to the Prophet and reported the whole story. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Salman is right." Now, it's really important when we actually look at certain duties, it's really important that we actually see that there are certain levels in where we would consider our priorities. Our priorities are, number one, the deen, number two, our nafs, our nafs, and number 3, our mental health, number 4, number 4, our body and our chastity, and number 5, our health, our money, and our wealth. I'm going to share this one right there so it could help us all remember those in that order. So let's see it right there. So number 1 is that you're going to focus on your deen and give that the priority. But even when it comes to deen, you've got the obligations, you also have the sunan. So then you've got preserving your life and others' life, and then your mental state, preserving your mind, its health, and also its mental health, preserving your chastity. And preserving your chastity includes all the different things that also involves making sure that you're lowering your gaze, you're maintaining distance between the opposite sex in order to maintain your deen, in order to maintain family. Your family comes a priority over everyone else around this world. So your family comes before your friends and your wealth. Your wealth and maintaining it to be halal is also a priority. Now, you could see maintaining it to be halal, how you spend it, how you get the income is also part of the priority. Spending it on your family, spending it on yourself in the order in where you're considering the needs and then the wants. Of course, the needs, we're talking about the necessities, the wants, and then the other things come later. Now, those general things are really in order to help us understand what we are talking about when we pay a duty and put everything in its place to make sure we don't actually confuse the rights. So this is it, inshallah. We're continuing.